What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys. Y'all, you can probably tell from the title of the video. This isn't a very upbeat, positive video. I don't never like doing videos like this. But I want to be as professional as possible doing this video because there's an issue here. There's a big issue here. An issue that more likely probably is never going to be fixed. So if you're like me and you're waiting for the deep dive, you're waiting for gameplay, subscribe to the channel. Click the sub button, turn the bell icon so you don't miss a single upload. I'm not going to threaten y'all today. I'm not going to threaten to tell anybody on what you do because this is serious. All right. So, guys, we are literally 20 days away from, let's see, 7/14. Yeah. If you're getting the deluxe edition of the game and you're getting the game 3 days early, we are literally 20 days away. That's less than a month. That's less than 3 weeks. We're 3 weeks and 2 days away from the official release, and we have no information on the game. I want to discuss what are the reasons for this, because there's a running joke going around on social media that they're punishing the community because people leaked information from the beta, and that could be possible. But you have to know in the year 2025 that if you put out a beta, somebody is going to leak that information. So I find it hard to believe that that's what it is, because they know that stuff is going to happen. That's why they always put out that disclaimer that, hey, this is a very old build of the game, because they know 100%. They know that people are going to leak it. Okay. So with that being said, with the beta and the stuff that came out about the beta, it is possible that, well, hey, they seen some of the new features in the game, so they got some information. So that gives us more time to, get the deep dives and stuff like that together. My thing with that is, Scott said, O'Gallagher, he said, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, that the deep dive, let me see. All right, so here's the tweet right here. Someone mentioned, this was back on the 4th. They said, when is the first deep dive, big bro? At Scott OG. And this is no you disrespect. I'm not downing him or anything. But he replied, this was on the 4th, guys. I couldn't give you the exact date, but the gameplay blog is looking to be 40 plus pages. So I would imagine the gameplay deep dive probably is going to be first. It makes sense to do that one first and then do like the Dynasty deep dive and, I don't know, maybe a Road to Glory deep dive and a presentation deep dive. Bro, like, I had this joker mapped out, man, to where we would be getting a deep dive every week up until release, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And it may be one of those deals where they're behind. I remember last year, from the time they did the reveal trailer, it was 3 weeks before we got any more information on the game. And it wasn't even a beta last year, by the way. So here's my complaint. You have a game coming out in less than 3 weeks. Let's go with the official date, because you got a game coming out in 3 weeks. You haven't released any gameplay. Because I'm not gonna, people gonna say, oh, well, the beta, don't count the beta because they were not supposed to release that information. So I'm talking about information released to the public by EA 3 weeks from the launch of your game, and we haven't seen a single thing about the game. We haven't seen any gameplay. We don't know what the hell we getting. As a customer, as a consumer, and Scott, I know you watch my videos, and I wish that you would take this. I don't know who's responsible for getting these things out, but whoever's responsible, I want them to listen to this message. You can't take advantage of your consumers because they know that we're going to buy this game regardless. And they know, like, even people like me, I'm going to make content on this game. But if I can praise the game, if I can, do things like that, I can also be critical of it. This is unacceptable from a consumer standpoint. What game do you know that 3 weeks before launch and there's no gameplay? That, and here's my biggest deal, because I'm a business owner. I own a business. I also coach, and I run a YouTube channel. Communication is so big and so appreciated. I think that people, including myself, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you could probably tell I'm upset. I'm not upset because we don't have information. I'm upset because there's no communication. You see people, and I'm not saying, Scott, I'm not talking to you directly. I'm just saying in general, EA. Y'all see people on social media looking for this information. You see people on social media who are who's upset that we don't have this information. I put this tweet out less than 3 weeks from the 3-day early access, and still no deep dives, no gameplay. Go on and roll them out, big dog. It's time. 7,000 views right now, 97, close to 100 likes. They can drop one every Friday. Man, damn Friday. They could drop that sucker today, tomorrow. You do have people that are upset. You have consumers that are going to buy your product. And I guess, that's the downside. We're going to buy it, so F it. We'll put this info out whenever we feel like it. They're going to buy it anyway, But you got people that are excited. Like, I'm looking forward to this. Not even from a content creation standpoint. I love the game of college football. I love watching it. My dream one day is to be able to coach it. I've played it. But you got people that are giving their hard-earned money in this economy at that. To me, EA is a big middle finger to the consumers. It's a big FU to your consumers. When you got this information, you got it already. I highly doubt that they are just, hey, we're just not ready yet. BS. They are purposely, this is my opinion. I feel like they are purposely doing this because you're basically you're building up hype for this game. That's not necessary. That's not necessary. It's not necessary to make people hungry for information. You already know there's at least 3 deep dives. There's going to be a gameplay deep dive. There's going to be a dynasty deep dive. And more than likely either a road to glory or a presentation deep dive. Even if there's just 2. Okay? You have 3 weeks. We know that last week they'll do probably a gameplay a gameplay deal like they did last year. So that leaves you 2 weeks to get stuff out. It is Tuesday. They can still do one this week. But from a business standpoint, it is a big FU to your consumers because you got the deep dives ready. I find it very hard to believe. I don't believe that y'all are behind. And if you are behind, that is extremely incompetent as a company. How are you behind? The reason I don't think they're behind is because of the tweet that I just showed you earlier from OG, saying that he already knew that the gameplay deep dive was already at that point 40 plus pages. No telling how big it is now. If you are truly behind, then number one, this is the second year in a row that this has happened where you've been behind. Because last year, remember, they delayed one of the deep dives because they weren't ready for it. If that's the case, whoever's in charge of that, it's probably time that y'all get somebody else that's going to be punctual. If I'm late on my job with something major like that 2 years in a row, that's a big deal, you know. But if you're not, or I would say this, whatever is going on, let the people know, hey guys, we're running behind. You know what I'm saying? Just to update. We just want to let y'all know the deep dives are coming together. The trailers are coming together. We appreciate y'all's patience in this matter. And you know what? If I'm not mistaken, bro, I think I had this same complaint last year. Or no, and maybe not with this game. Maybe it was Bandai Namco with Kakarot. You know, just literally knowing. Same thing with them right now, by the way. They got a DLC supposed to be coming out next month. The Daima DLC. We haven't had a trailer or nothing. There's no communication. I can't stand that with game companies. Why would you not just communicate to people what's going on? That helps, man. That helps. You know? I'm trying to grow a channel here. I'm going to say it from my standpoint, how this affects me personally. Aside from the fun, I can't wait to see it and hear about this game. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited. But from a content creation standpoint, I have a goal. And my channel is built on information, speculation, the lead up of games. And I'm trying to transition more into gameplay type stuff. Because that's going to be what's going to carry me through next year when we start getting more information. This hurts the channel. It hurts the channel. Because I have a goal, man. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. And we're almost halfway there. But a channel that is predicated on information, it hurts when you don't have information. I'm not the Eric Ray Weathers of the world. I don't already have almost 1 million subscribers and stuff. I'm not getting invited down to EA and stuff like that. I don't have that in my back pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I have to grind, man. I got to grind. And that's on me. That's 100% on me. That's not on EA. That's not on any of those other guys. That's 100% on me because the job that I had, coaching and stuff, the time just wasn't there, But it is now. If I can request anything, Scott, because I truly believe you watching this video, if there is a way to just let us know, like if it's delayed, hey, let us know it's delayed. You ain't even got to give us an ETA, man, because ETA would be great. Hey, it's delayed. We're possibly looking at end of the week, early next week. Because the people will say, "Oh, well, competition." Guys, there's no competition with college football. There's none. I get it if it's like, think like Call of Duty and Battlefield when they were titans of the shooting game, first person shooter industry or whatever. It makes sense for companies like that to not release information, at a certain time because you have a competitor. You don't have a competitor with college football. People will say Madden, but it's under the same roof. And even in EA, you have people that are only college, you have people that are only Madden, and then you got people that are a little bit of both. But them releasing information on college football is not going to affect Madden sales. It's not. So there is no competition. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's part of it, that there's no competition. People are going to buy it because it's the only college football game in the market. So we'll release information whenever we dang need, please. You know what I'm saying? Last year with College Football 25, when we were 3 weeks out, we had information. We had deep dives. You have a newer game this year. 3 weeks out. Nothing. Nothing aside from a reveal trailer. All I'm asking is let us know why. Give us an ETA. At this point, you know when the deep dive is going to come out. Let us know. The community deserves. We don't need to know. We deserve to know, man. You got people shelling out $100 for a game, $70 for the base game. More than that, $150 for the people that's buying the combo pack, man. 3 weeks from launch of your game, and you haven't said anything aside from a reveal trailer or back of the box type stuff. Professional to professional, that is unacceptable. And being in the gaming community, that wouldn't be accepted on any level. We got more information for GTA 6 than we got for college football right now. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, what AAA title? Because this is considered a AAA game. It's a big production game. What big production game do you know that you don't have any information for 3 weeks out? Now, let's think for a second here. Other games that this in their communities would literally be unacceptable. GTA, people would be up in arms right now if GTA 6 came out 3 weeks from now and we didn't have anything aside from a reveal trailer. You look at 2K. 2K, they don't wait 3 weeks before launch to start releasing information about the game. Guys, I've been playing college football games forever. Okay? I used to play back on Sega Genesis, Bill Walsh, all that. Man, what? And then in the PlayStation era, the NCAA games, the ones that we were pride and true about, even then, I'll put it to you like this, for the guys that may be new to this stuff that's going on, they've always released these sort of, they weren't called deep dives back then, but they've always released these informations on the game modes. This is the first time I have ever seen where the game is 3 weeks out and there is nothing. I've never seen this before. And with AI, with technology, like, you gotta think, back then, brother, man, we had dial-up internet. It wasn't even a cable, man. 25 megabytes a second? Way slower than that. If somebody picked up the phone line, you couldn't even be on the internet. It'd kick you off the internet. Like, that's the internet. I was there when the internet first came out. AOL chat rooms and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When AOL was the Google of what you see today. Before Google was Google, it was AOL. America Online. And we still got information out quicker than what we're doing right now. In 2025, with all the technology we have, all the resources, all the money, and we can't even get information on a game that is 3 weeks from release. Less than that if you get in the deluxe, because I plan on getting the deluxe. I like that 3-day early thing. So for me, less than 3 weeks. That's wild in my opinion. So how can we fix this? Hey, maybe next year. Hey, I would say this. We don't pre-order, which I would say hold your pre-orders till we start getting deep dives and information on the game. Okay. Or hey, I mean, yeah, because you can't buy the game till the game comes out anyway. I wonder how many people have pre-ordered. Hold your pre-orders until we get information on the game. And I mean, you got to do that from a consumer standpoint. You have to sort of boycott things like, hey, this is unacceptable. We're willing to spend money on these games. We're willing, to make content because the content helps push the game as well. We play a part as content creators in your game selling the way that it sells. But 3 weeks before release, Madden's not going to do that. They're not going to wait 3 weeks before release to get information out about Madden. And maybe because the NFL is going to be down their throat about, hey, get this game out. And then, too, because from what I've heard, EA is on the chopping block with this, with the NFL license. It's up for grabs, possibly, Why do your college football fans like that, man? So at the end of the day, just let us know what's going on, man. Let us know. Don't do no ghost drop. Don't just, hey, Deep Dive is live. Let us know when it's coming out. I plan on doing a live stream for the Deep Dive, just like we did last year, man. We had a phenomenal time last year on the Deep Dive stuff. The gameplay first look, Road to Glory Deep Dive, gameplay reaction. We had a lot. Look at the hours, bro. Look at the hours. Release day streamed. Who doing this, man? I mean, I'm sure some people doing this. Playbook breakdown for 7 hours, dog. 7 hours. Breaking down playbook. SMU rebuild. 6-hour stream. Game day. The game is here. 10-hour stream. Gameplay watch party, man. 4 hours. Dude. You know what I'm saying? Deep dive breakdown. 4 hours. Like, we putting in work. We're going to put in work. Because we're not going to do like these other content creators and just get on here and just be like, here's information, goodbye. No, man. We like to go. We go deeper than the deep dive. I read through every single letter in those deep dives. And then we break down that information and what it means for the consumer. That's the type of work that we put in on this channel. All right. All I'm asking is that y'all let us know, man, what's going on. If you're upset, just like I am, if you're disappointed, hit that thumbs up button. Y'all ain't been liking videos, man. Leave some likes because I really want this to get out to EA. Okay? I'm not bashing you as a company. And I'm gonna be upfront. I'm still gonna buy the game. But I'm asking as a consumer and a content creator of your product to do better with communication. If you're behind, let people know you're behind. Give us an ETA, give us a window, communicate that. It ain't gonna hurt your sales. I think if anything, people will appreciate it. I'm telling you firsthand. You can look at other games where the company is very transparent with their consumers. They sell more copies of those games because it builds trust and it builds unity with that product. Okay? I run a shop. If I just close and I don't tell my customers, they're going to be pretty upset because a lot of them already planned their day to come up there and get products from me. So if I just close and I don't say nothing, I don't leave a sign, I don't leave a post, they get pretty upset. But if I tell them in advance, it helps them because now they can plan otherwise. They don't waste gas, their hard-earned money in gas to come up there for something that's not even there. Where's the lack of communication? As a coach myself, you got to communicate with your players. And as a previous player, you got to communicate with each other. Communication is key, man. And we don't have that from EA Sports right now. Yes, I'm very upset. Not so much that the deep dive ain't here, but because there's no communication about it and people are wondering. People are wanting to know. Well, that's all, dude. We just want to know. Where is it at? I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't want to like doing videos like this. Later today, we're going to be live streaming. I've been doing a rebuild with the Baylor Bears. We got Arizona on the road at Arizona. The Wildcats ranked top 10 in the nation. It's going to be a fun game. All right. Tune in to the live stream. Let's just have a good time. Have some fun. Play some college football. Talk some X's and O's. And have a good rest of our day. I've got it out. And I'm leaving it there. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.